Hey guys, this is your boy Markcoos and welcome back to the Markcoos Mafia, episode number 33. And as you can see, we face a guy in the first game of a team which is supposedly meant to be worse than mine. But he's got Van der March and Pella, Barreto, and Adebayor and Hulk and Martins and Biabiani, or Biabani, whatever his name is, Fellaini, Abdullahi, Mamadou Sakho, and in goal, Johan Pele. So this game was going to be difficult, and I can tell you that this game was very difficult to play in. But as you know, I'm starting with Huntelaar, I'm starting with Brunt. Brunt's coming back into the squad instead of Valdivia, who was a bit tired from the last excursion. So I kick off as a home side, and basically this guy just a lot of spammy through balls through to Van der March, as would be expected. So in the second minute of the match, I end up taking him out with Charlie Mulgrew and giving away a penalty. So I think it's Impella to take the penalty. Not Impella, I'm sure it's Martins or Biabiani or someone, and Korma ends up saving it, so that's all that really cares. So 33rd minute, again, he plays a great through ball, another spammy through ball through to Van der March, and he's thrown a goal, and Burgaard stops Van der March from popping it in, and he ends up hitting the post. So I'm like, fair enough. But in the 39th minute of the match, I get thrown a goal with Searchy. He hacks me on the edge of the box, and I'm like, alright then. So he gets a yellow card, Brunt to take the free kick, and looks for a free kick, ends up hitting the bar, and Johan Pele stops it from going into his own net. So at half-time, it's 0-0, and this game has been really difficult to play in. There's been hardly any chances. I only had one shot. He's had 4 shots, 3 on target. He's dominated a bit more in possession, and my passing has been a bit off. And really, it's been a difficult game to play in. He's just sort of packed the midfield, playing with a lot of pace, and fouling me with Fellaini. But in the end, I end up getting the ball through to Brunt in the 51st minute, and look at that 4 finish past Johan Pele. So, 58th minute, he ends up getting the ball back. Plays a really spammy through ball with Fellaini, I believe, to the out wing with Kabor, and I'm like, oh god damn it. He does a triple low cross, and Adebayor finishes. So it's 1-0 after 58 minutes, and again, 77th minute, I end up getting the ball here with Huntelaar through on goal, volley it, and look at that, hits the post. How unfortunate. But then again, 84th minute, a great through ball, a great clearance to Huntelaar, who heads back to Brunt. Brunt plays a great through ball through to Huntelaar, and Huntelaar's never going to miss from there, and look at that for a finish. Pass Johan Pele from the edge of the box. I end up playing the ball for the rest of the game, and I end up winning the match 2-1. So, a guy who technically had a better team than me, but in PES terms had a worse team than me. I don't know how it works, but yeah, as you see, I had 8 shots, 4 on target, he had 6 shots, 5 on target, so maybe he did deserve to score more goals, but Korma ended up being the hero of the match, and my pass completion went up, considering that I did play much better in the second half, and Chris Brunt gets man of the match. So he's been a pretty good signing since I bought him. So I go out and I have 8 million to spend, so I'm like, I need to buy some more players to fill out the squad. So I end up going out and buying Christian Eriksen. Now I know the Midnight Kid had him and he ended up getting rid of him. I don't know why. I don't even know if the guy's even that good, but I end up getting him, and he's going to replace Valdivia in midfield, because I need a taller midfielder to play the attacking midfield role. But the next match is a special match, and that guy has a much better team than me. His team strength is 804, and my team strength is 771, I believe now. So he's got Pierre Aubameyang, Jordan Ayew, Ashley Young, Sigurdsson, Muntari, Gustavo de Silvestri, Nkulu, Bedino. On the bench, he's got Van der March, Jean Asamoah, Remy. Like, he's literally just got pace all over the place. So I'm like, this is going to be a difficult game to play in. So again, I'm the home team, so I kick off. And in the 5th minute of the match, I get a great free ball through to Christian Eriksen. And he's front goal, and I'm like, alright, Eriksen's probably going to score. But he ends up making a pretty good save, but Downing pops in the rebound. So I'm 1-0 up after 5 minutes. But then he ends up winning this run, and I don't know how I just couldn't defend for some ridiculous reason, and Bedimo ends up popping into the back of the net past Korma. So more or less he scores straight away and equalises. So, but here, a great little passing play on the left hand side, before I get the ball out to the right hand side with Search, and look at that 4 finish with his magical left foot, a nice finesse across the goalkeeper into the bottom corner. So at half time, it's 2-1 to me, and I'm like, not bad. I've been really dominant, as you can see. The possession doesn't lie. I've had 59% possession. He's only had 3 shots. I've had 7 shots. And again, in 59th minute, I get a great free ball through to Christian Eriksen, takes a shot, and again, it pops out to Stuart Downing, and Downing pops in. So he's got a brace, and he's not even played well. So, yeah. So in the 69th minute, he ends up bringing in Asamoah Jean, and Jean ends up scoring very early on. And I was like, oh, that's fair. But then in the 83rd minute, he's through on goal with Van der March. So he's probably going to score anyway. So I just hack him down with Ki Seung Young, and Van der March takes the penalty, and he pops it into the back of the net. So The final score was 3-3, and because it was a special match, I was expecting some money at the end of it, and it ended up actually not giving me any money. Which I was like, what are you doing? It really should have split half and half, but I mean, 1.5 million is literally nothing nowadays. So at night, the stars are pretty equal by the end of it, and Christian Eriksen gets man of the match on his debut, so he had a pretty decent debut. And into the next match. The next match, I play an absolute spam abuser. It's really annoying playing these guys, but again, another guy who's a much better team than me. Team strength is 791, but his rating is 451, like 5 less than mine. But as you can see, he's got Lucho, Anderson, Hazard, Valbuena, Benzema. He's got Remy on the bench, Zizek, Taiwo, Zabaleta, Van Boyten, and Mandanda in goal. So his team was a hell of a lot better than mine. I was expecting to get beat, but as you can see, I bring in the likes of Fletcher, Kevin Doyle, Vodovic, and the likes of Brunt starts, and Valdivia also starts. I mean, I was like playing a really, really pretty retarded, ridiculous team. It was one of my weaker teams because all the players are more or less tired. But he ends up scoring that little scrappy goal with Valbuena, and basically at halftime it's 1-0 to him, and I've played absolutely shocking. And at halftime I decided to change things. Housawi's, of course, is one of my main defenders. So I bring in Seiya and Gokhan, and he ends up actually scoring a goal. But again, he gets the ball here, gets with Hazard, he ends up shooting, and again it comes back and Hazard pops in. But this goal is absolutely amazing. Wonder goal of the episode. Great ball in here. Seiya and Gokhan, great chest control, and look at that forward volley into the top corner across Mandanda. And into the last minute of the match, I was expecting I can maybe get here, try and pass it back, can't pass it back, he clears, and the match ends 2-1 to him. So it was a pretty good match, to be perfectly honest. Like, he dominated. I didn't really do anything from halftime, as it says that I didn't have any shot. Well, I had 2 shots, 1 on target at the end of the first half, so I ended up having 4 shots and 1 on target. So pretty bad when you think about it. But anyway, into the next match. A guy had a team strength of 817 and a rating of 520. I'm like, okay, this guy probably has a pretty good team. Like, I would expect maybe like not a pace whore, maybe someone who can actually play the game properly. But you'll see his team in literally a couple of seconds. As you can see, he's got Sakatarawi in goal, Sergio Ramos, Koscielny, Basingua, Fabio Contrao, Tulala, Royce, Biabiani, Neymar, Eto'o, and Cristiano Ronaldo. And I was just like, my God. He's got Van der Merch on the bench. He ends up actually playing up front with Cristiano Ronaldo. I was like, oh, I'm going to get absolutely destroyed. So I was like, oh, it's expected. I'm not expecting to win this match at all. But I ended up actually drawing this match. And it's only because he just kept running at me with Cristiano Ronaldo. As you can see, every single time he gets the ball, runs with Cristiano Ronaldo, and he ends up scoring first with Cristiano Ronaldo. He ends up getting around the keeper somehow, and he ends up popping into the back of the net. But as you see, 17th minute, ball to Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, he just basically abused the pace and the strength of Cristiano Ronaldo. But Korma really stood up to him and was a really pretty good beast in goal, to be perfectly honest. But here, get the ball through on to Huntelaar. He's through on goal, and he pops into the back of the net. So Huntelaar scores in the 32nd minute, and I'm like, not bad. But come up to half time, he just gets his ball again with Cristiano Ronaldo, and you'll see it. There's an absolute hilarious thing later on with Cristiano Ronaldo, and you'll see it's in this match. It's in like maybe a minute, but half time, he said 6 shots, 6 on target. I've had 7 shots, 2 on target, and he's been really crap in possession because he just passes Cristiano Ronaldo over and over again. Now, I think this is the bit with Cristiano Ronaldo, which is absolutely hilarious. Okay, he's running with me at Cristiano Ronaldo. He's running towards his own goal, runs towards me again, tries to run away, just keeps running around in circles before he eventually gets his shot off, and I block it. I mean, the hell. So, in the 61st minute, he gets a corner kick, is in control of Ronaldo. I can't stop it, and Ronaldo pops it in. So, I'm like, that's fair enough. But in the 71st minute, again, the ball with Cristiano Ronaldo, he literally just runs. It was really boring to play against, considering that I knew that all he was going to do is just run at me with Ronaldo over and over again. And he ends up hitting the post, and I was like, fair enough, mate. I mean, fair enough. But in the 81st minute, I get the ball to Chris Brunt from the edge of the box, and look at that forward finish again, and past Sakatarawi. But from kickoff, he just runs at me again with Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, he couldn't change anything concerning because he ended up wasting low subs. But as you can see, in the last minute of the match, in injury time, with 1 minute remaining, I end up hacking Cristiano Ronaldo with Palombo and get him a red card. But with no Cristiano Ronaldo on the field, he did absolutely nothing in the attack. So I ended up drawing the game 2-2. I mean, it was a pretty good game, to be perfectly honest. And that was the final game of this episode, and I only go up by 1 when I face a guy much harder than me. Yeah, I don't even care. So if you have enjoyed this episode of the Markcoos Mafia, subscribe to my channel for more.